Good morning to everyone. Welcome to grade 5. This is your English class. Today's lesson is an interesting one, children, about a bear. If you like animal stories, you will enjoy this one. Before getting into the lesson, look at the pictures given here, children. There are two pictures. In the first picture, there is a girl holding an umbrella over a dog to protect from rain. In the second picture, there is a boy who is throwing a stone at a dog. Children, what similarities and differences do you find between the two pictures? The first picture, the girl is very kind to the animal. In the second picture, the boy is very cruel to the animal. So, we are going to read a story about how animals respond to aggression and kindness. Our new chapter 4, Trapped, Empathy for Animals. Children, what is the difference between empathy and sympathy? Let me explain. Empathy is a word similar to the word sympathy, but there is a little difference between these two words. Sympathy is when you feel sorry about someone's pain, when you know somebody is in trouble and you feel bad about it. But empathy is when somebody is in pain and feel and understand the pain of that person as if it is your own feel. So, empathy for animals means feeling and sharing the feelings of animals, understand the problems and do whatever is best possible for the animals. Children, this chapter is about a bear. So far, we will read some science scan or about a bear to understand the story better. The science scans are also given in your book. So start reading this, children. Bears are large mammals. Bears are large mammals. There are 8 living species of bears. 8 types of bears are there, children. The polar bear mostly eats meat and fish, while the panda eats only plants. Most species of bears except grizzly and polar bears are shy and scared of humans. 3 species of bears are found in India: the Himalayan black bear, the brown bear and the sloth bear. 3 species of bears only found in India, children. They are Himalayan black bear, the brown bear and the sloth bear. Now let's begin the story and see how a girl saves the life of a poor animal who accidentally entered a village. The bear padded down the village path. Padded means walked and stopped to sniff the air. Sniff means when an animal breathes loudly to smell something. So that was a sunny afternoon when the bear entered the village. Now, when the bear walked through the grass were some bushes, the blades of grass could have got stuck into its black fur. Children, the bear was in the village. It came across an open gate and looked into through the open gate, and he saw that a girl sat near a cot Cot means a small wooden bed. Girl was scrubbing a brass plate with ash and sand. Children, village people cleaned those things with ash and sand. The polished plate sparkled in the midday sun. Sparkled means glitter. The glare hit the bear's eyes. Glare means strong bright light, children, which is getting reflected from the plate. The girl looked up. The dish fell from her hands and she was shouted, Balu. Balu means a Hindi word for bear. What noise was that? The young bear was puzzled. Puzzled means unable to understand, and he was frightened. He drew back a step or two, but here he refers to bear. Then there was a loud noise that made him really scared. Dogs barking burst out from everywhere, far and near. Suddenly the young animal could smell danger. He turned towards the road that led through the fields back into the forest. But it was too late because the people are standing in the road. So the road was not safe. It was full of humans. Their hunting cries rang in the air. The bear ran as fast as he could over open drains and a garbage dump. Drains means a channel run out, leaving it empty. It looks like a dry place. Garbage dump means disposing rubbish things. But the hunters passed in on him through a cloud of dust. He saw them coming towards him. The gang of children with raised sticks. The gang of children, they have sticks, and close on their heels were the dogs. Get him, get him, get him. So the animal smells danger. It also wants to go away to the forest. But now it was too confused and scared. Now he was angry. He rushed down a lane that led into a square. The animal did not know that the square led nowhere. The square was walled in on all four sides. In the middle of it was an old dry well. What happened, children? Now the bear got stuck at a place which is bounded by the walls on all four sides. So he was not able to find his way right now. The bear got to the well in a few leaps and looked around. There was no place to hide. He was trapped. Now, no option, children. That's why it turned around to face the children and the dogs. The children began to throw stones at him because the children also scared, and in order to save themselves, whatever they had in their hands started throwing them at the poor animal, and he was hit first on his shoulder, then on his back. The dogs dug their teeth into his legs. The bear hit them with a paw. They fell back and he swung into the dark depths of the well. The children bent over the rim. Rim means circle of the wall, and throw stones and sticks into the well. The bear was angry and terrified. Terrified means feel extreme fear. This went on for some time. Then all of a sudden stopped. The stones also stopped falling and the shouts also stopped. The wounded and frightened bear looked up. A single human face bent down from the top. It was the face of a girl. The bear did not know that, but he heard the girl's kind and gentle voice and felt that this was a friend. The bear did not know who the girl was and whether the girl would rescue him or not. Rescue means to save somebody or something from a dangerous or harmful situation. So, the girl would rescue him or not. There was something in her voice that comforted him. But the positive vibes which are coming from this girl comforting the animal. Now, the politeness and softness in the voice of the girl was sending positive vibes to the bear, which was hurt, suffering, and stuck in a well. That's better, the girl said. Poor bear, how tired you must be now. Sit down and wait. I will get you out of this. She turned round and faced the children. The girl asked them, "Why are you torturing this animal?" She asked them. "He has done you no harm. Go away." The girl is asking to the children, "Is this animal did any harm to you? Any trouble to you? Then why are you torturing this animal?" Like this, Meera asked them. "Come on, Meera Didi." Didi means a word for elder sister in Hindi. A word for elder sister in Hindi. "We did not mean any harm," she heard someone say. The bear frightened the girl and we wanted to scare him. That's all. It was just a joke. "I don't think so," she said, chasing a young bear into a well. Luckily, the poor bear has not broken his neck. Now, could you help me get him out? Can you get me a ladder? Meera asked them to bring a ladder. "I can," said a small boy, Lakshman, and ran off. In a few minutes, he was bringing a ladder behind him. "I have got a ladder," he said. So, a small boy, Lakshman, also joined with Meera and helped the animal to get out of the well. "Wonderful," said Meera. "This will help us rescue the trapped animal. Now help me get it into the well careful. We must not frighten the little fellow." Meera looked into the well and spoke softly to the bear. Then slowly and carefully she and Lakshman lowered the ladder into the well. The little bear growled. Growled means making a sound. No, no, said Meera softly. It will not hurt you. It's just a ladder. Move back. Make a space for the ladder. The bear stepped back and sniffed at the ladder curiously. Slowly, he tried the first step, then another, and then the third. What happened? Slowly, the bear stepped into the first step, then another, and then third step. He climbed the next 6 steps quickly. Then he had almost reached the middle of the well. Children, look at the picture. What? Almost the bear reached the middle of the well. He stopped and looked up at the girl with trusting eyes. What happened? After it came up, the bear looked up the girl with trusting eyes. Trusting means believing. So, the bear was coming out from the well. Everybody was watching the bear, how it was climbing. No one is going to hurt you. She and Lakshman moved away from the well. Would the bear come up safely? Meera wondered. Anything could happen before that. The ladder could slide off, or it could fall forward, or one of its rings could break. Rings means the bars that form step on a ladder. Then, as they watched eagerly, the head of the bear emerged above the rim. Emerged means move out of a way. Then his shoulders, then he sniffed, climbed on to the rim and to the ground. He looked at Meera. He means the bear. The bear looked at Meera. Suddenly Meera said, "Go on, run home," she said, smiling at him. The bear got to his legs and bowed. Yes, he did. Lakshman saw him bow. He bowed to Meera and then padded down the lane to the main road. Once he was on the road, he ran through the large green fields back into the forest. So, children, this is how Meera and other children of the village had rescued a young bear. What did you learn from this story, children? Animals do not always intend to hurt us. If we are good to them, then they will also good to us. So with this, we finished this lesson, and I really hope that you have liked this story. Then now we are moving to the book exercises. Now take page number 46, children. Exercise A. Fill in the blanks with words from the story. You have to fill words from the story, children. I am going to read the questions with answers. Listen carefully. First one. When the bear entered the villagers were sleeping. I repeat the question with answer. When the bear entered the villagers were sleeping. So, here the answer is sleeping. Second one, the bear was young and chubby. The color of his fur was black. I repeat, the bear was young and chubby. The color of his fur was black. The answers are young, chubby, black. Third one, when he peeped into a courtyard, he saw a girl who was scrubbing a brass plate. I repeat, when he peeped into a courtyard, he saw a girl who was scrubbing a brass plate. Here, the answers are courtyard, girl, and brass plate. Now, fourth one. The bear purred when the glare of the plate hit the bear's eyes. I repeat, the bear purred when the glare of the plate hit the bear's eyes. Here, the answers are purred and glare. Then, fifth one. When the girl saw the bear, she screamed, Balu, which is the Hindi word for bear. I repeat, when the girl saw the bear, she screamed, Balu, which is the Hindi word for bear. Here, the answers are Balu and bear. Children, now exercise B. Choose the correct option. Children, in your book, there will be 3 options for the question. But here, I have given only the correct answer. Okay, children? Let's see the first one. The bear sensed danger when. I repeat, the bear sensed danger when. How the bear sensed danger, children? Because really the bear scared. Dogs are barking, burst out from everywhere. So the answer is he heard the barking of dogs. The answer is he heard the barking of dogs. Second one, when the bear found that the road was not safe. I repeat the question. When the bear found that the road was not safe because he ran down a line that ended in a square. The answer is he ran down a line that ended in a square. Next, third one. The bear felt trapped because, I repeat, the bear felt trapped because the answer is the square was walled in on all sides. The answer is the square was walled in on all sides. The fourth one, when the bear was trapped, he tried to save himself. I repeat the question. When the bear was trapped, he tried to save himself. The answer is by jumping into a well in the square. The answer is by jumping into a well in the square. Now, exercise C. Read the sentences from the story and answer the questions. Children, here storylines are given. You have to read the storylines and answer the questions. Let's read the lines, children. First one. How tired you must be. Now sit down and wait. I will get you out of this. I repeat the lines, children. How tired you must be. Now sit down and wait. I will get you out of this. The first question, who makes this statement and to whom? I repeat the question, children. Who makes this statement and to whom? I think you all will remember that. The answer is a girl with a kind, gentle voice makes this statement to the bear. I repeat the answer. A girl with a kind, gentle voice makes this statement to the bear. Then, next question. Why would the listener be tired? I repeat the question. Why would the listener be tired? The answer is he would be tired because of running hard to serve himself from the dogs. I repeat the answer. He would be tired because of running hard to serve himself from the dogs. Then, second question. I have got a ladder, he said. I repeat the lines once again, children. I have got a ladder, he said. The question is, who is he? I repeat, who is he? The answer is, it's Lakshman. The answer is, it's Lakshman. Then, next question. Why has he brought a ladder? Why has he brought a ladder? The answer is he has bought the ladder to get the bear out of the well. I repeat, he has brought the ladder to get the bear out of the well. Now, moving to page number 49, children. Degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison. Before knowing degrees of comparison, children, what is adjectives? You all know adjectives are words which describe nouns. I repeat, adjectives are words which describe nouns. Adjectives have three forms. How many? Three forms. They are positive, comparative, superlative. I repeat, they are positive, comparative, superlative. These forms also called degrees. These forms also called degrees. The positive form used to describe a person or thing. I repeat, children, the positive form used to describe a person or thing. For example, my sister is tall. My sister is tall. Here, tall is a positive degree. Tall is a positive degree. Then, we move to the comparative degree, children. The comparative form is used for comparing two people or things. I repeat, the comparative form is used for comparing two people or things. For example, my sister is taller than my mother. I repeat, my sister is taller than my mother. Here, sister is compared with mother. So, it is comparative degree. Then, we move to the superlative degree, children. The superlative form is used for comparing three or more persons or things within a group. I repeat, the superlative form is used for comparing three or more persons or things within a group. For example, my sister is the tallest girl in her class. I repeat the example. My sister is the tallest girl in her class. Here, tallest is the superlative degree because sister was compared with more persons. I repeat, sister was compared with more persons. Then look at the tabular column, children. Rules for comparatives and superlatives. To make the comparative form, we add the suffix er to the adjective in the positive form. To make the superlative form, we add the suffix est to the adjective in the positive form. Look at the column, the first one. Big, bigger, biggest. Big is a positive degree. Bigger is a comparative degree. We are adding er. Then biggest is a superlative degree. Here we are adding est. So big, bigger, biggest. Now second one. Some adjectives are irregular. Their comparative and superlative forms are different words. Look at that, children. Good, better, best. See, these forms are totally different words. Good for positive, better for comparative, and best for superlative. Then see third and fourth one, children. A few adjectives form their comparative forms by adding more or less before them. I repeat, a few adjectives form their comparative forms by adding more or less before them. Their superlative forms by adding most or least before them. Look at the column, children. Difficult, more difficult, most difficult. Difficult for positive, more difficult for comparative, most difficult for superlative. Then useful, less useful, least useful. So here useful for positive, less useful for comparative, and least useful for superlative. These are rules for comparatives and superlatives, children. Now we are moving to the book exercises, children. Exercise A. Complete the table with adjectives. In there, three forms of comparison, children. What are the three forms? Positive, comparative, superlative. So, I am going to read out the answers for these 3 degrees, children. First one, fast, faster, fastest. So, here, fast is positive, faster, comparative, fastest, superlative. Now second one, children, hot, hotter, hottest. I repeat, hot, hotter, hottest. Then third one, colorful, more colorful, most colorful. I repeat, colorful, more colorful, most colorful. Fourth one, nice, nicer, nicest. I repeat, nice, nicer, nicest. Then fifth one, smart, smarter, smartest. I repeat, smart, smarter, smartest. Then we move to the exercise B. Fill in the blanks with the correct forms of the adjectives in brackets. So children, adjectives are given in the brackets, children. You have to write the correct forms, children. Now I am going to read out the questions with answers. The first one, it was the biggest bear I had ever seen. I repeat, children, it was the biggest bear I had ever seen. Inside the bracket, the word is given big. We changed it to biggest. So here the answer is biggest. Second one, Lakshman brought a long ladder. I repeat, Lakshman brought a long ladder. Inside the bracket, the word is long. So no changes, children. Long is the answer. Third one, the young bear was more frightened than ever before. I repeat, the young bear was more frightened than ever before. So what is the word inside the bracket given, children? Frightened. We changed it to more frightened. We added more before the word frightened. So the young bear was more frightened than ever before. Now the last question. The weather this summer has been worse than last year because the forest has been cut down. I repeat, the weather this summer has been worse than last year because the forest has been cut down. Inside the bracket, the word bad changed to worst. So the answer is worst. So children, copy this all in your book. I hope you all will understand the story. Thank you children. I will see you in my next video class.